Hey there, Noble. It is Mr. Wilbur. Happy Friday, right? That's right, it is Friday, April 10th. And I'm just now noticing in this light that there is an obscene amount of pet hair on this sweatshirt. But it's too late now. Once you start rolling, you don't stop rolling. Full steam ahead. Is the phrase full speed ahead or full steam ahead like a steam engine? And these are your morning announcements. And since it's Friday, that means it's time for another edition of Feedback Friday. I've once again combed through a fair amount of the emails I've gotten throughout the week, and I'm going to share some of them with you. First up, you should really turn on the comments section. It would be legendary. You're not wrong. I'm sure a fair amount of it would indeed be legendary. But, as I'm sure we are all aware, comment sections on the internet tend to be a dark place. And although these videos are on YouTube and anybody can watch them, these videos are made for you, the Noble High School student community. We don't need some rando getting on there spewing a bunch of nonsense. This is for you and me to have fun, right? Right. It's not worth it. Next up, more of your puppy, please. No problem. Here's a video of her getting the zoomies a couple days ago. I love this next one, but it's a little lengthy. Here's an abridged version.
Hey, Mr. Wilbur, I just want to thank you for doing the announcements. We all really appreciate it because it gives us a feeling as if we are back in school again. The one thing that was for sure every single day was that Mr. Wilbur would come on the comms and do the announcements and the Pledge of Allegiance. So thank you for trying to keep us all connected to school, still some way, and I hope you are doing well.
Thank you so much. That really means a lot to hear. But then the email continues.
Also, I was very upset to see your Star Wars list, and I cannot tell you how much I ranted to my friends about it. I mean, really, Solo over Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One? The Last Jedi over Return of the Jedi? I mean, come on, Mr. Wilbur. I don't know if you're like me, but I spend way too much time thinking about plot, build-up, and suspense of the movie, and I just cannot agree with your list. But here's my list. Anyways, I hope you're doing well, and it's good to feel like we're back at school again. Have a good one, Mr. Wilbur.
I love the insinuating that I do not think about plot or character build-up. I assure you, I spend way too much time thinking about the mechanics of filmmaking. We do not have the time to dive into this right now. Moving on. Keep on doing what you're doing. Don't let anyone cramp your style. I dig it. Thank you. And my style is uncrampable. This is not bad. It needs more jokes. I agree. I would venture to say there has not been a single actual joke. My brother actually has Bionic Commando on his Go Retro, which contains over 260 retro games. I personally think it's a pretty fun game. Bionic Commando is one of the best and most underrated NES titles of all time. Anyway, Bionic Commando is awesome. You should play it. Moving on, love the videos, but I don't know what to make of them. Cool. Honestly, I don't know what to make of them either. We're all in this together now. My kids have been loving watching your announcements and think you're funny. Thanks. My 6-year-old daughter today said that you look like the older brother in Onward. LOL. I can see it. That's fair.
Hi, Mr. Wilbur. Here is my feedback and constructive criticism. I am disappointed that I have not gotten into the announcements with any of my various beautiful, gracious pets. What a shame. I do enjoy looking at all the pets, though. Also, I am reading all the Harry Potter books because I never jumped on the bandwagon before, and now I am obsessed. I cannot stop. You talked about books, and I saw the Harry Potter series is in your collection. On a serious note, thank you for doing these. They make me feel more comfortable with this out-of-school remote learning process.
That's so good to hear. That's what this is all about, honestly. I mean, I'm having a blast, but we're all doing this for you guys. So I hope you're having fun too. But since you mentioned that you're now reading the Harry Potter series, let's jump right into, hey, what you reading? First up, it's never too late to start reading the Harry Potter series. I mean, that's the thing about books and movies and music and all media for that matter. It's a record. It's not going anywhere. It's always there to be enjoyed. So the Harry Potter series is incredible. I read it as it was coming out, and if any of you haven't read it, what are you waiting for? A bunch of you actually sent in and told me what you've been reading, So let's go through a few of them. Tim Veit said, "You should read Prey by Michael Crichton." Sorry if I can't spell his name right, but he wrote Jurassic Park. Ooh, good choice. I have indeed read Prey by Michael Crichton. Michael Crichton was actually my second author obsession. When I was in like 6th grade, I was obsessed with Christopher Pike books. This is actually the first book I ever loved. But then I read Jurassic Park when I was in like 7th grade, and then I read like every Michael Crichton book. And Prey, I gotta say, is one of his best. Prey, I gotta say.
William Mallet said, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline will forever and always be my favorite book, and it is great for those who love bizarre futurism, the 80s and or video games. It also has a great audiobook on Audible. P.S. Thank you for keeping us all sane.
And then he followed up with an email, not the movie. I'm glad you pointed that out, because I've had a lot of people say that they love that book, and I saw the movie, and it's fine. Looked really cool. I guess I couldn't really decide if it was glorifying and supporting nerd culture, or if it was ultimately making fun of nerd culture, especially at the end. Gonna have to read the book, honestly. I've heard great things. Michael Jagger said, "Have a good weekend. I'm reading Shadow of the Conqueror by Shad M. Brooks. Sadly, it's the only book out of a trilogy." What are you saying? Like, he's writing a trilogy, but he's only released one of them? Is this like a preemptive George R.R. Martin situation? Also, do we think those last books are ever coming out? Last one, Ms. Minuti said,
I am rereading the James Herriot series, All Creatures Great and Small. I recommend them to anyone who loves animals.
I had not heard of this series. Quick Google search, seems to be about a veterinarian. Let's move on to our word of the day. As always, brought to you by Mr. Parr. This week's words of the day have all been styles of painting. The word for today is abstract. Abstract paintings represent ideas and thoughts. They often abandon reality and feature bold colors, blends of patterns, and unidentifiable shapes. Some famous abstract artists are the Dutch painter William de Kooning, the Lithuanian artist Mark Rothko, and the American painter Lee Krasner. And now we're moving on to This Day in History, brought to you by Mrs. Perkins. This is a very fitting day in history. On this day, April 10th in 1925, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald was published. I could be wrong, but I believe there's more than a couple Great Gatsby tattoos floating amongst your noble high school teachers. And in 1970, Paul McCartney announced the breakup of the Beatles on this day. And now for our pet of the day. Our staff pet of the day goes to Ms. Goulet. This is Excelina. He or she, we don't know which, is called an axolotl, the Mexican walking fish. I can't decide if it's cute or if it's gonna haunt my nightmares. Probably both. And our student pet of the day goes to Malachi Beecher. Hi, Mr. Wilbur. Today is my birthday. I thought I would share a picture of my cat, Cleo. It's just so furry and so fuzzy and so fluffy and looks so cuddly. And we have one last thing to show. Yesterday I complained about how no one had sent me any skateboarding video, and just like that, my boy Larry Abbiati sent me a video of himself doing a classic double-decker. He said, "Quarantine got me in my PJs 24/7. Sorry, not sorry." Hey, nor should you be. And that does it for the Friday morning announcements. So at this point, please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have yourselves a fantastic Friday. Have a great weekend. Read a book. Get outside. play some retro gaming. But most of all, stay noble, knights.